Welcome back to Trillium Tarot, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Yarn Tarot. Now, this is kind of an unusual deck because, first of all, you'll see the images are very interesting, or much more modern, but the suits are also different as well. The swords would be knitting needles. The wands are crochet hooks. The cups are spindles, and the pentacles are just simply pentacles, big old squares of pentacles. So I hope you enjoy the deck. We start with the Fool and go to the Magician. You can see those 4 items that I described: the crochet hook, the knitting needle, the spindle, and the pentacle. There's the High Priestess. She does have the columns in the background. There's the Empress and the Emperor. He's being pulled by, has goats in front of him. The Hierophant with the traditional key. The Lovers. Here's the Chariot. Strength with a big old tabby cat playing with the yarn. There's the Hermit. And the Wheel of Fortune. Very traditional, except with what appears to be peanuts in the 4 corners. There's Justice. The Hanged Man. Death. And Temperance. She has, remember, the cups in this deck are spindles. So instead of 2 cups pouring into each other on the Temperance card, she has 2 spindles in front of her. Here's the Devil card. The Tower. The Star. The Moon. The Sun. And Judgment. And finally, the World, with more peanut shells around the side, or whole peanuts in the shell. All right, so now we're going to get into the Ace of Swords, which is the knitting needles. So we have the Ace and the 2. The 3 is easy enough to recognize. Here we have the 4, and I'm just realizing on this one, doesn't look like it's actually peanut shells. It's 2 balls of yarn. Here's the 5 of Swords, people fighting with their knitting needles over the ball of reddish maroon colored yarn. There's the 6 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, the 8 of Swords. The 9 of Swords is presented with the traditional 9s, or the 9 swords across, going from side to side. And the 10 of Swords, being completely stabbed by all of those knitting needles. Here's the Page, the Knight of Swords, just charging right on in there, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Swords. So let's move into the wands, which are represented by the crochet hooks. So there's the Ace, and then the 2 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands. I have no idea what kind of crochet competition they're having in that 5 of Wands, but it looks kind of intense. There's the 6 of Wands, and the 7, the 8, the 9, Pikey, come on in, buddy. Here you go. You can supervise Mom. There's the 10 of Wands. I'm not sure if the microphone picked up his little chirpy voice, but he's a very talkative cat. Now that's the 10 of Wands. And then the Page of Wands. The Knight of Wands. The Queen of Wands with her sunflower and her black cat. The King of Wands. Actually, I think one of the reasons I love the cat on the Queen of Wands in pretty much every deck is Pike, the one that just joined me, is a black cat. He had a pretty rough life before we found him. He's only got one ear, but he's a sweet little guy. All right, so now we are in the Ace of Cups, which is represented by the spindles. There's the 2 and the 3, the 4 and 5, the 6, the 7. I know I'm kind of flying through these pip cards, but there isn't really a whole lot of detail to point out on these. It's mostly the number of the cups or the spindles or crochet hooks and so on. There's a bit more detail on the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and finally, the King of Cups. The last suit to look at is the suit of Pentacles. And I know that I said that the image, it's just a gold square with a pentacle inside. So there's the Ace, the 2, the 3, 4, the 5, there's the 6, and the 7, the 8, the 9, and finally the 10 of Pentacles. So that leaves us with just the court cards to go through. There's the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen, and finally the King. I hope you found this video helpful. Please do like the video and feel free to subscribe to the channel so you get updates of future uploads. You'll get those notifications so you can check them out. Definitely feel free to share this YouTube channel with friends and family, as well as my website, trilliumtarot.com, where I have additional resources and pages and information. I will see you during the next video. Thanks, everybody.